Today, most cars have run gasoline, but that doesn't have to be the case in the future. Other crucial electricity can also power cars. So what's the difference between the option and which one best? Gasoline is refined from crude oil, a fossil fuel extracted from deep underground. The energy in gasoline comes from carbon molecules or hydrocarbons. There has been different hydrocarbons include oil, different ones used to make gasoline and diesel, which is why you call it interchangeably. Fuel demand formed with oil extremely empty tanks, bringing out of banks for back. Fortunately, during the oil spill caused environmental damage and cost billions of dollars in eruption. Multiple fuels leaked kills 4.5 million people each year, and transport accounts for 6% of greenhouse gas emissions. Orb's hot which comes from multiple fuels. These emissions warm the planet with more in the US alone, some caused by climate change are 500 billion of damage in the last 5 years. Throughout gas efficient, some things so destructive can't be replaced future. More common electricity. Electric cars, electric cars, instead of an investment in funding gas powered cars and mass charge station with the right power infrastructure beyond the picture gasoline power cars. If provide electricity culture to use, it can avoid greenhouse gas emission entirely. They are more expensive than gas power cars and cost efficient are historically rated since 2010. The other alternative gasoline are fuels. Many of these can be shipped after is 20 and gasoline standards. They also carbon neutral they reduce carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, meaning when we burn, we release that safe carbon dioxide back to the air without emission. One approach to carbon neutral fuels is captured carbon dioxide from the air, combining carbon with hydrogen and water. They create high-volume source in fossil fuels, but with any emission if they are made electricity. This field makes them worse than energy ultimately using in cars. Another observation is carbon import is from plants. Certain carbon free certain plants also have to carbon neutral, which are than many crops and has faster than emission. So the next generation of insulin must be made from either plant-based to plants that don't utilize fertilizer to grow. Biofuel can be artificial testing don't know for this option. People have to be able to afford it. Opportunity, high upfront cost, especially new technologies, and heavy substitute fuels mean that almost every green category is more expensive than fossil fuel-based carbon. This cost question is known as a green premium. Government have already started supporting electric vehicles to help make sense. This is not out certification cars. Electric cars can also be cheaper overall, with a high cost car. The other alternative are taken for now. Zero carbon leakage fuels can be prioritized more. Innovators are doing the efficient can be doing down because in the end, Pacific will be more affordable for customers and sustainable for the planet. Historically, most cars are on gasoline, but that doesn't have to be the case in the future. That our electricity can also power cars. What are the different in the options? Which one is best? Green is designed to include fuel extracted from deep underground. The energy in gasoline comes from the cars of materials hydrate cars. The hydrates of different hydrocarbons include oil. The different ones are used to make gasoline and diesel, which was you can't use them interchangeably. Fuels derived from crude oil are extremely energy dense. You are out of bang your truck. The majority they have many drawbacks. Oil spills cause environmental damage and cost billions of dollars to clean up, and the urge of compounding fossil fuels like these kill 4.5 million each other. Automation accounts for 60% of global greenhouse gas emissions, half of which are from passenger car burning fossil fuels. These emissions warm planet and make weather more extreme. In the US alone, some caused by climate change cost $500 billion in the last 5 years. So while gas is inefficient, some sources can be space fuel. The common alternative is electricity. Electricity is the battery pack and the electric motor. The current conflict expands because powered cars must be charged on charging station. Newer wireless utilities can be efficient gas power hours. If powered by electricity generated without fossil fuels, can avoid greenhouse gas emission entirely. Massive and gas powered cars gas has been shrinking rapidly since 2010. The other alternative to gasoline are other liquid fuels. Many of these can be shipped and stored using the same infrastructure as gasoline used in cars. It can also be carbon neutral and eliminates carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, meaning we release some carbon dioxide back into the air, returned to emissions. One approach to carbon neutral fuel is to capture carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and combine its carbon with hydrogen in water. This creates hydrocarbon source of energy in fossil fuels, but without any emission if the fuels are made using clean electricity. These fuels take up more space and energy efficient amount of gasoline as compared to using it without cars. Another approach to make carbon neutral fuel from planet, reducing carbon from air to surface. Burning plants also has become neutral, which rules out many crops and rice fertilizer, being contributed to greenhouse gas emissions. The addition of these fuels must be made from environment waste once not fertilizer to grow. Biofuel can be about efficient as gasoline, so not all are. For fuel to be fast option, people have to be able to afford it. Fortunately, the high upfront cost of applying new technologies have been substituted for fossil fuels, meaning all green technology replacing with them fossil fuel-based carbon. This concept is known as a green premium. Companies have already started subsidizing electricity vehicles to help make a difference. In some places, gas for electricity and gas, electricity has already been shipped overall, with a higher cost of the car. The other alternatives are thicker for now. Zero carbon liquid fuels can be double the price of gasoline or more. Individuals are doing everything they can building a green premium plan. In the end, the first fuel will be both affordable and consumers and sustainable for our planet.